This is a little more violent and a little more sort of a much more visible split than one usually sees. So let me just add, I guess, a few words more about these factions, because I think that's also really helpful in helping to understand this. On that conservative nationalist side, right, we have folks like the Vice President, Pete Hegseth at DOD, and then the sort of tech folks that are clustered around the administration, Elon Musk, David Sachs, Peter Thiel to a certain extent, and then a whole set of right-wing media influencers, Steve Bannon, Tucker Carlson, etc. There are think tanks in this space, the Heritage Foundation. There's a variety of new, more Trumpian think tanks, things like the Center for Renewing America. And all of them have this conservative, nationalist, but not necessarily forward-leaning in military sense. They all have this valence. On the other side, there are fewer folks, right? There's Michael Anton at Policy Planning, who's a well-known Iran hawk. There's Marco Rubio over at the State Department, but there's not really anybody else around him. Those appointments haven't gone through. There's Mike Waltz at the NSC, but some of you may have seen a really interesting article just yesterday in the New York Times about how Waltz is having to walk a very fine line to, keep the president convinced that he's loyal to him while trying to bring some of his allies from more hawkish think tanks into the administration. And how is Waltz navigating this? And so, even just I think that brief summary of some of the folks at play here, you can see, I think, that the power, at least for now, is predominantly with that first group. This is not a question just of some esoteric foreign policy fight, right?